Hi, I'm David, co-founder of Endorsed.com. I'm excited today to launch Endorsed 2.0 for an even greater leap forward in applicant review productivity. Over the last few weeks, everyone from startups to 40-person recruitment teams has been using Endorsed 2.0 to reduce applicant review time by up to 90% and find better applicants in the process. Now, I recognize that a 10x improvement in productivity sounds like it's impossible, but I'm going to show you how in the next few minutes, we're going to take this applicant stack of nearly 900 people and find the top candidates in it and filter through about half the stack. So let's dive in. First, I'll sync my ATS into Endorsed in just a few clicks. Then all of my jobs and all of my applicants appear right here inside of Endorsed and are synced a few times per day. So let's click into the senior software engineer role that I just set up and review the applicants here. Now you can see, I have no idea who the best people are. This is effectively a random stack of applicants in order of date applied. It would take me days or weeks to find the top candidates, and by that time, they might have already been hired by someone else. Or I'll be so fatigued that I'll accidentally miss really good people. So let's set up Endorsed to find our top candidates right now. Now I'm going to share with Endorsed my ideal candidate criteria. This isn't just what's on the job description. This is what my hiring manager or myself really are looking for in a candidate. So let's say 4+ years of experience, back-end engineering, call this back-end. And this is really important to me, so I'm gonna put strongly preferred. Then I'll say worked at an HR technology company, HR tech, and then that's just preferred. Then I'll also say shows passion for wanting to work at Endorsed. Passion. We'll just mark this as preferred. And then finally, worked at a startup with over 1 million in funding. Startup, because I want someone who's been in a similar environment. And then also we'll put that as strongly preferred. Now notice there are no Booleans here, no string searches, just straightforward English, just like you would tell me if I was recruiting for you. So let's start our evaluation. Now, Endorsed's reviewing all the applicants just like you would if you were reading through all the resumes and doing research into each candidate. A lot of other tools out there you'll see convert the English into some filters or something like that, which you could have done yourself years ago. In this case, it's reading just like you are, and you can see here that Endorsed has found the needle in the haystack, the perfect fit that meets all of our criteria. All right, so let's take a look. If we mouse over, we can see back-end engineer. So why is Levi a great back-end engineer for us? Well, the candidate's been working as an engineer for 9 years, with 4 of them at Rover, Gusto, and Notion. Okay. Startup, the candidate's worked at those companies which have received over $1 million in venture funding. Okay, interesting. How does it know that? It's not listed on the resume at all. If we go to our public profile, we can see that Endorsed has done a little bit of research throughout the internet for us. And if we mouse over Rover, we can see, oh, Rover's received a lot of different funding, and so has Gusto and Notion. So what about passion? Okay, explicitly states their excitement about working on Endorsed's mission. Okay, so Endorsed has pulled in the screening questions for me from my ATS and can read those as well. Then finally, the HR tech company match, which Gusto is an HR technology company, meets the criterion. Correct. So Levi's a perfect fit. I want to interview Levi, so I'll click advance. And then Levi's stage is changed inside of my ATS, and I've set up an email automation in my ATS to automatically go out as well, which Endorsed can also trigger. Now I'm looking at Louisa, also great startup experience, not meeting the HR tech requirement, but that's fine. I also want to advance Louisa and interview her as well. So look at that. In just a few minutes, we found 2 great candidates and put them in our interview pipeline, which could have taken days or weeks and put us at risk of missing the candidate and them getting hired elsewhere. So now let's see how we can review the rest of the stack a lot more quickly while also being very careful. Now, if people don't have that back-end engineering requirement, they're really unlikely to be a good fit. So you can think of this as a knockout question, and we didn't have to ask this question up front. We could look at it retroactively. And in this case, we're going to do a quick spot check. The scores are all 0 because these people are not meeting much criteria at all. And if we do a check, okay, front-end developer, lots of front ends and an account executive. These people clearly don't meet the minimum bar, and I have so many candidates to go through. I want them to be able to focus their job hunt elsewhere. So I'm going to click reject all matching here. And then what I could do is set a custom rejection reason, which is pulled in from my ATS. In this case, insufficient experience. And Endorsed is filtering through all those applicants and changing their stage inside of my ATS. Great, it looks like it finished, and any sort of email automations that I've set up also are triggered to go off, and then the candidates are also marked with that rejection reason that I've specified. So that's it. We just went through a process that typically takes recruiters days to weeks, and we did it in only a few minutes, found top applicants, and filtered through about half of our applicant stack. So I'm super excited for you to try this on your own with your own candidate pool, and you can do that by signing up for a free trial at endorsed.com.